Perez, life strategist and intuitive life coach. I was just asked that again probably like 3 times today. It's funny because everyone's like, well, we know you're a coach, but like what exactly you do? How do you do what you do? I think it's great. It's awesome because, life strategist is just something that, is the umbrella of, what if you have a situation at work? Could be corporate, could be for a group, could be for one person, could be personal. And it just depends. But then there's another side of me that a lot of people don't know of because I've been doing it mostly on referrals. I just never had to share it. And I just feel like lately, I feel like there's such a need to really talk about this. So I'm going to talk about a very big side of me. I know I've mentioned astrology here and there, but it's, again, those who know me, they know exactly what it means. They know exactly where I'm going with it. But honest to God, with all my clients, no matter who, whether it's a group session, workshop, seminar, conference, I always, one of my pillars and the basis and the root of how I know my work or my strategies work is because I peel it all down and I take it back to giving people the power, not just here's 3 ways to do something. Here's how you can do this, how you can do that. That's great too. But you're still dealing, if you're dealing with the story you've been telling yourself that doesn't add up, or that you're believing it and it's not even the truth. It's just something you've believed in. You just chose to believe it, or you made it up, or whatever, right? Or you think your past defines you, or your name defines you, or where you come from defines you. You know what I mean? In order for us to get through it all, I like to cut the middle guy out. Give me the cliff notes. Give me the shortcut. So, hello. What do I do? Well, you got to strip that shit. How do you strip it? Let's have that conversation. Who are you? And what's the biggest tool we all have that we're all born with, no matter where you're from, no matter what your age is? And that's instinct, my friends. AKA intuition. Get it? So if I'm an intuitive life coach, I really do teach people. That's the first thing I do to harness power is to know what to do, when to do, what to choose. Because choices we have. Even when we think we have no choices, we can have the choice on how to react. If you master who you think you are versus what you really are, or if you knew how much power you have, that you can become anything you want. I've said this before. If you guys have been following me, once again, it's your girl, Olga Perez. And this is the strategy. This is life strategy in the making. I use quotes that actually resonate, that people can relate to. I make it simple. It's not that complicated. It really isn't. Although the world that we live in is super complicated and so interesting. There's so many dimensions that we can't even see, and that's why I'm always happy in the sense that, I'm in awe that we know nothing. But I do know that our instinct, that's a fact. And what's the driving force? What's the driving force of the entire world that we live in the universe that we live in? Energy. All right, I know. I don't want to give you guys too much today, but let's pretend. And here's a question that I use a lot when people are like, well, I don't know what to do, or what if I don't want this? What if I do want this? Or, which career, or should I quit my job? Or what if, I'm like, well, let's pretend I'm a genie in the bottle or genie in a lamp. What are you going to ask me for? Tell me, what exactly do you want? And you guys, it's so often that everyone's like, they really don't have a quick answer. I do. I know what I would have asked for 10 years ago would have been different than what I'm asking today. But I'm telling you, if somebody's going to come out jumping out of a bottle and says to me, hey, Olga, what do you want? Honestly, the first thing I would ask for is how can I reach more people? How can I share this power, this unshakable power once you know the truth? Like, you don't need the I do's and the 3 ways and the 50 habits. Yes, everything matters. Every little thing, every detail matters. But if you don't change that, if you can't change your reality, your perception, change your mind, the change, working out, going to the gym, New Year's resolutions, all that stuff is going out the window. It's not going to work. Most likely it's not working. Because it's not fun either. But when you've changed your mind, like this is it, I'm not doing this. The story, you know what? So what? I've been, partying too much and blah, 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 right? That doesn't define you, even if you did do it for 10 years. I remember back in the day, I was a party girl, and I still love partying. But back in the day, I was at clubs all the time, at least every weekend. I loved it. I love dancing. I love socializing. I love music. But, people give you that label, and you're a party girl. And then years later, it doesn't matter how many degrees I have and how educated I am and how successful everything I've done and all the great contacts and stories I can get from it. I don't care about that. It's the fact that I'm not defined by my past. But people are human. I'm okay with that. I understand that. But again, the way they saw me 20 years ago, that's the way they still see me in their mind, which tells you what about themselves? Are you hearing me? Because again, it's like a woman or a parent, father, male, becomes a parent. So you weren't a parent before, so you weren't a parent before, so are you not the same person? Right? And now that you're a parent, now you're a full person. Or we should judge you on the fact that before you were a parent, you were a party animal. But now that you're a parent, you stay home, you're a good guy, you're a good girl. You know what I'm saying? Again, we all want to be treated fairly and to be treated for who we are. But we have to be the first ones to really tap into who are we, without going, oh my God, oh, don't get so deep. But seriously, who's the person you really listen to? Your gut? Your feelings? Or your mind and the stories and all that stuff? I'm telling you, that's the holy grail right there. First step. Guys, welcome. Thank you. Great to see you guys. Welcome to my little office over here that is in this wonderful location on 17th and Market, Philadelphia. And I love this office space. They're called Intelligence Office. I'll post the link. And if you guys want to know as well, because on Instagram, I'm doing Facebook, Instagram at the same time right now. So remind me, because on Instagram, I'll add it to the story, but if not, DM me and I'll let you know. And I'll also add it on the Facebook. And guys, if you follow me on my personal page on Facebook, I will be continuously telling you guys to find me over at my Olga S. Perez page. I need you guys to join me there. I cannot keep going back and forth in order to best serve everyone. The system's just set up that way. The personal profile is very limited. So, matter of fact, I had planned to share this video from the get-go, and I guess it doesn't show me I can. That's so weird. I guess on the phone you can do it, right? Where you can invite and send people like on Messenger to watch you or to get the notification. Well, apparently on my laptop, I'm not seeing that option. I don't know if I should have done it before I click live. You know what? I've done so many of these, I would know, right? Guys, if you're still with me, you have any questions, I'm going to look at the questions. Hey, Linda, welcome. I don't know if you're still with me, girl, but what's your question? What's your question? Did you see my question? If I was a genie in a lamp, what would you ask me? So guys, I'm on IG over here for a minute and see if anybody gave me any questions. Let's see who got any questions. Hey, Matt, welcome. Good to see you. Hey, John. What's going on? Pittsburgh living. No questions. Really? Oh, you know why? Because IG doesn't allow you to, well, there's not the option for me to text. I can text it now. Let's see. If you're not listening to me, guys, you should be listening, right? Tell me, can you hear me? Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the thumbs up. Right, you know what? Right back at you. Right back at you. So if I was a genie in the bottle, seriously, guys, have some fun with me, but I'm being serious, but have some fun with me, right? So you could always later on DM me, Facebook, Messenger. Mostly, what's best though is I want to keep the conversation in the comments. So make sure that if you're watching this replay later, that you definitely put your question, comments in the comments. I'm going to reply. No holds barred, guys. Totally be free. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for letting me know you can hear me. It's funny, because I feel like I'm too low on the IG, and then I'm kind of pretty perfect on Facebook. You should check me out on Facebook. These two different angles. I'm still using software. I even upped my internet speed to be able to be on all platforms simultaneously, because I'm really going to be doing a lot on YouTube. That's where you guys are going to get the most and the best. Make sure you go to my YouTube, Olga S. Perez, subscribe, hit the notifications button, and tell me what you want. I will be telling my stories. The book that I'm working on, I'll be giving tidbits of the story. And the more you guys are engaged, the more you're going to let me know, because I got so many stories that it's looking like a trilogy for real. I mean, it is. And it's determining, like, which one do I launch first, It's hard to put a lifetime in Cliff Notes, but, just like they say, the devil's in the details. The stories are lessons. They're real life lessons. And when people act like, or they ask me, how did you get through this? Or how did you do this? Or what would you do in this situation? I always bring up one of my stories. And it's not like I have a story for everything. When I don't have my own story, I use someone else's. Or a book that I read of someone else's story. Stories, they're relatable. People love them. I love them. And I'm an avid reader. So it's very important that you know that you're not your name. You're not the labels, your gender. That's not who you are. That's not what defines you. When I posted today and I started this conversation which was, here's this Q&A, live Q&A. And my question is, if I was a genie in a lamp, what would you ask for? Think about it. Even if you missed this live, think about it. Share it with me. I will be also uploading this video to YouTube, so the YouTube community can also come. And again, maybe that's a platform that you prefer to converse with me with. But regardless, make sure that you guys are also following the Olga S. Perez page. You got to like the page. I'll put the link down there as well. But yeah, so I'll introduce you to my office space and how if you're interested in having some office space here, the service is incredible. These people are freaking just... Matter of fact, I should have videotaped it before I even walked in my office. I mean, it's just, there's a Spanish saying, and it says, God makes them, they get together. So kind of like in American or in English, they would say, birds of a feather flock together. But I think I like the Spanish one better because it defies the whole, the LOA, the law of attraction. What you are, you attract. Although moths are attracted to light. That's a conversation for another time. All right, guys. Well, as you know, I believe I'm a prime example that I've always learned more when my professors, my mentors were full of life and really passionate about what they do, And that when I come across, especially in these lives, I want to make it clear that that's how it is to work with me. It's keeping it real, really using the heart and feelings to connect, to really resolve, and to be empowered instead of lecturing and like, oh, this is what I do and this is all I know. I know a lot, but I still like to do it with fun because I am one person that I have learned more when I was having fun. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Can't wait to see the comments later. DM, Messenger. Bye. Talk to you soon.